What are the upcoming changes to the MB-260 exam, and how will they affect you if you are studying for that exam? Hello, I'm Philip Burton of idodata.com. The MB-260 exam is an exam regarding Dynamics 365 and is called the Microsoft Customer Data Platform Specialist. However, I like to think of it more as the Microsoft Customer Insights Data Platform Specialist. Yes, it's not solely about customer insights, but it is mostly about it. You can see that candidates should have first-hand experience with Dynamics 365 Customer Insights and how they interact with things such as the customer or sales apps. Having experience with Power Query, Microsoft Dataverse, the Common Data Model, and Microsoft Power Platform are advantages as well. There are some bullet point topics relating to those, but the vast majority of this exam is about customer insights. So let's have a look at the broad categories. And you can see that there are 7 categories, and they are Design Customer Insight Solutions, 5 to 10%, Ingest Data into Customer Insights. Well, when the exam is being updated towards the end of July, this will go up from 10 to 15% to 15 to 20%. So there's more emphasis on ingesting. And in fact, there are more topics as well. Create customer profiles by unifying data. Implement AI, artificial intelligence predictions in customer insights. That's going down from 10 to 15% to 5 to 10%. Configure measures and segments, 15 to 20%. Third-party solution configurations, that's going up from 10 to 15% to 15 to 20%, and administration of customer insights, 5 to 10%. So let's have a look at some of the details. So you can see that the skills are roughly these bullet points, but not exclusively. First of all, we've got the Design Customer Insight Solutions. And what you can see on screen is the current exam requirements before July 26th. And I'm going to talk about what's changing after July the 26th. Well, firstly, we have got things like engagement insights. Well, that's being deleted because there was a Dynamics 365 Customer Insights Engagement Insights capability. However, that preview ended on February the 15th, and it's no longer. If you are still using it, then you have access to many of the preview capabilities and functionalities, such as get code to instrument a website or mobile app, see ingested and refined events and view the event properties, and enhance unified profiles with ingested and refined events. However, ongoing engagement insights is no longer a thing, and so that is being removed. As such, the principal thing in customer insights is audience insights. So the words audience insights are being removed and replaced with customer insights. So similarly, describe use cases for customer insights and differentiate between audience and engagement insights, no longer the case because there is no engagement insights. For ingest data into customer insights, there are a few new bullet points which helps with this going up to 15 to 20%. We've got connect to data sources by using Power Query connectors, describe real-time ingestion capabilities and limitations, and describe benefits of pre-unification data enrichment. So if you've used Power Query or the Get and Transform in either Excel or in Power BI, then that will certainly help for this. In any case, transform, cleanse and load data by using Power Query was there previously. It's just now having a bit more weight. This is where we've also got other things like connecting to the Microsoft Dataverse, Common Data Models, Azure Synapse Analytics, and Azure Data Factory pipelines as well. So as you can see, all of these other technologies, they are here, but they're just a few bullet points. So some awareness of how to connect to them is useful, but this exam is principally about customer insights. In Create Customer Profiles by Unifying Data, there are a few new bullet points. In Implement Mapping, we've got Select the Primary Key, which I thought would be fairly straightforward given what else you've been asked to do. With implement matching, we've got define custom rules. So we're not just defining match rules, we're also defining custom match rules. And we're also including enriched entities. But again, given that customer insights is about unifying entities and enriching them, that's not something that's majorly new. In implement mergers, we've got combine a group of fields, group profiles, and configure customer ID generation as new bullet points. Now, implement AI predictions and customer insights is going down in terms of the weighting to 5 to 10%, but there is an additional bullet point, and that is create a customer segment based on a prediction model. There are no changes to configure measures and segments. I mean, they are measures and they are segments. There's not really anything additional that you could say about them, I think. But configure third-party connections, we do have some new sections in this section, as well as additional bullet points, which increases the weighting to 15 to 20%. So schedule a data export has been changed to configure on-demand and scheduled data exports. We've also got define types of exports and define the limitations of segment exports. And we've got a few additional sections like this section. We have got firstly, implement data enrichment. So enrich customer profiles, configure and manage enrichments, and enrich data sources before unification. And implement consent management. Describe the capabilities of consent management, import and manage consent data, manage settings and users, and use consent data. And then finally, administer customer insights. This remains at 5 to 10%, but again, we have a few new bullet points and a new section. So instead of describe available roles, it's describe available user permissions. And we have a new section called create and manage connections. So that is describe when connections are used and configure and manage connections. So all in all, the changes have more weight into ingesting data into customer insights, with more emphasis on Power Query, and configure third-party connections. So with implement data enrichment and implement consent management as new sections. There is also the removal of engagement insights, as that is no longer available. So those are the major changes which have happened to the MB-260 exam. And once you have passed the MB-260 exam, then it says it's part of the requirements for the Microsoft Certified Customer Data Platform Speciality, but if you look at that particular exam, you'll see it's the entirety of the requirements. You only have to take the one exam to get this certification. I don't currently have a course on the MB-260. Do you think it would be useful for you? If so, please let me know in the comments. However, if I can help you, you saw that a lot of the new requirements for the MB-260 center around Power Query, and my course about the certification PL300 certainly does this. So the PL300 is the Microsoft Power BI Data Analyst. And if I scroll down, you'll see that it is in 4 different sections, each of which can be done individually. And the second part is get and transform data. So this is the Power Query section. So you can see that I go through it with some detail. So we look at the home menu, getting multiple files, and then transforming text and numbers, dates and times. We're adding columns, we're doing advanced functionality, and we're getting from other types of data such as SQL Server. So here we have around 6-7 hours of training on Power Query, which is certainly going to be useful for the MB-260. Additionally, if you're new to Dynamics 365, then why not have a look at my MB-910 course? It follows the requirements of the MB-910 exam, so that you will have a brief overview of Dynamics 365 marketing, sales, customer service, and field service. And it does include the capabilities of Dynamics 365 Customer Insights, which, as I say, is largely what the MB-260 is all about. There are links to these courses in the description to this video. Well, thank you very much for watching this. If you liked it, then please click the like, and why not subscribe and click that bell. That way you'll be notified of any new videos. Thank you very much for watching this, and keep learning.